it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team stand up! It's June! Hey man, the NBA offseason ain't waste no time. It hasn't even been 72 hours. We got a 2-in-1 news. JJ Redick is the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. And then we also, at the end of the video, will be looking at the Caruso of Alex trade. He is now playing for OKC. He got traded for a 10-day contract player. Let's check it out. Starting out with AM Hoops. He has a full scoop and everything with JJ Redick becoming the head coach for Lakers. Now, my take on this is actually pretty interesting for JJ Redick to be going to the Lakers coach. I mean, it's also not surprising, too, because, like, if you really look at it, first, the podcast with him and LeBron, like, bro, it's crazy because, like, I don't really see LeBron. I mean, he does a couple of interviews, like, here and there, but, like, he's actually having a whole, like, it's really a dual YouTube channel with Redick and everything like that. And, you know, they have it seems a good chemistry and shit. So, hey, and now Redick is a coach. My prediction for this can either go really, really good or this can go really, really bad. There's nothing in between of this, because if we're being real about everything, we have to look at the, like, also bigger picture with stuff. All right, JJ Redick's never making a Hall of Fame. The stuff I'm about to say is not gonna be. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just not a yes man. You know, he's not gonna smell a Hall of Fame. He hasn't made one All-Star team. He was a cool, consistent casual for his time being in the NBA. I mean, I'd drop him off once. You know, he doesn't really have like a significant talent. He just really could shoot and move off the screen. But sometimes people are better at understanding basketball and being able to tell you about it versus playing. And I can't sit up here and act like, yo, okay, every coach needs to make the Hall of Fame and needs to be making multiple All-Star games to be sitting up there being the whole, you know what I'm saying, successful coach. If we're looking at Steve Kerr, bro, if I played during this time period in the 90s, bro, I'm averaging 30-plus points. If that was like what the point guard, you know what I'm saying, body style and frame and everything like that, and I'm talking about even my team. But Steve Kerr has probably the top 5 biggest knowledge when it comes to basketball and everything, especially in the NBA. And he's an example of somebody that's able to understand and tell you about the game and show you what to do with the basketball and everything, but not being able to physically do it himself. And the list goes on and on and on. And same thing with the NFL and other sports and everything like that. I honestly hope it goes well. And here's another also take about this too. Now this is 100% guaranteed that LeBron's coming back to the Lakers. I mean, this is just a straight up given fact. Because why would he go to another team when he already has chemistry with JJ Redick? It just makes sense. So now, and also too, if you did see the other day, it's probably about 3 days late, so I'm pretty sure you guys have probably caught up on it. We don't need to see it before we continue and pause and play the video. The Lakers worked out Bronny. You know what I'm saying? So I already see the Lakers probably going to most likely draft Bronny, even though I wanted my Warriors to get him, so they would just have to force to get LeBron also on the Warriors too. But most likely, Bronny will go to the Lakers, and then LeBron will just finish off his entire NBA career in LA. What is your guys' take on this? Does this make the Lakers a top 3 seed NBA team? Absolutely the fuck not. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. There's another team in the Western Conference called the Golden State Warriors. And, bro, the comeback is going to be so personal, bro. Come time next year, I'm trying to tell you, Warriors are going to be finished off in the top 3, and they're not going to be 3 or 2. I'm going to predict 1. Fuck it. But check me out. We're going to check this out. AM Hoops. LeBron hires. Yo, this is funny as hell. Breaking. LeBron hires JJ Redick as a coach.
A guy with no coaching experience and LeBron's podcast partner is about to be the Lakers coach, and Bron wants us to think he has nothing to do with it. Oh, really?
We know that the LA front office wanted Dan Hurley, but not that bad.
Who's that?
They made him an offer to be the 6th highest paid head coach. Not exactly a Godfather offer.
Sources have described Lakers officials as infatuated with Redick and view him as a Pat Riley-like coaching prospect. What? Pat Riley? Guy who's won 5 titles as a coach.
I'm not going to lie to you. That is a crazy, like, reach right there so far. Redick has to earn at least 1 title before you compare it to Pat Riley. Like, that's just not...
A 3-time coach of the year? It is
even Eric Spoelstra. This Pat Riley's not a coach. He was a coach back in the day, I believe, in, like, the 90s and 80s, but... He's a
Lakers
owner.
To set the bar that high when they don't have to. But other people like Hall of Famer George Karl say it's kind of like the start of a joke. One of the most hated Dookies ever with 0 0 coaching experience has offered the ultimate head coaching position with the LA Lakers. Ex-Laker Byron Scott isn't sure. Paul Pierce says LA's not even serious about winning anymore. But my favorite comment was Colin Cowherd on JJ's backwards hat.
I didn't hear a word LeBron said. I couldn't stop staring at the hat. JJ Redick's going for NBA head coaching jobs. He looks like a guy that's going to move my couch.
Oh my God! Hell nah! If I'm JJ Redick, nigga, if you don't crash out within 48 hours, when did this shit happen? Bro, no! And y'all be saying I'm toxic? No! Bro, if I said this shit, I will be canceled. Nah! Nah, bro, why'd he go on him like that?
He's going for NBA head coaching jobs. He looks like a guy that's going to move my couch.
Damn! Nah. Look at Buddy on the left side. Yo. I'm not gonna lie to you, JJ Redick. If you cross paths with this dude from like here on out, bro, you have to swing, bro. That is just straight up, bro. Move your couch? You couldn't say assistant principal at least? Bro said move the couch? Nah, bro. Personally, me?
Didn't like it.
Ha! That may be a little too far, but there is a huge thing.
I didn't even
all
know
these
about
people
that.
are
Shout out to AM. AM Moves has really great content. Y'all should check out
about
stuff.
JJ Redick. Dude was the LeBron of his town growing up. JJ was 5'6" as an 8th grader, but was so athletic he started in basketball and baseball. In 6th grade, JJ led his AAU team deep in the national tournament with a broken thumb. After that, flew home to pitch in the AAU national title game. So after a 2-week hoops tournament on very little sleep, he pitched 8 innings and struck out 15 batters in the championship. As a senior in high school, he played with a painful heel injury, but scored 43 to win the state title.
Really?
The next day, he couldn't walk. But legendary Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski was in the gym. He liked pressure. He liked to be the one to produce under pressure. Not many kids show that ever, but certainly not that early. JJ got that style from his parents, who were vegetarians and homeschooled him until high school, which turned out to be a problem. When JJ got to Duke, he got in so much trouble, it almost cost him everything. Really? He had immediate success as a freshman, scoring 15 points, 16 as a sophomore. But in the Final Four, Duke lost an 8-point lead to UConn. With 5 seconds left, down 2. JJ got an open look to send Duke to the national championship and missed the biggest shot of his life. Instead of sympathy and a pat on the back, Coach K told him, "You are overweight, under-disciplined, and uncommitted to fulfilling your potential." See, after going to college, JJ went crazy with his new freedom. Ate fried chicken and burritos every day. Was once caught in a dorm by police with people smoking weed. But coach calling him out only made things worse.
I would wake up at like 2 p.m. in the
JJ Redick need that dump pad. Let me know.
afternoon. I'd start.
I didn't know that.
beers,
Okay.
I'd have a burrito, party through the night, wake up at 2 p.m. I did that for 2 straight weeks. No one knew where I was. One day I get a rap at noon on the door of the apartment, and it's Coach Collins and Coach Wojo. I weigh 195. I'm 225, bro. I'm fat as. It was basically an ultimatum. It was like, dude, we're not going to kick you off the team. We're not going to kick you off camp, out of school, but you need to get together, and like, we're going to get you, the help you need. So like, I started seeing a therapist. They put me on a hourly schedule that summer. 8 a.m. wake up, 9 a.m. check-in, 10 a.m. class. That was life-changing. Yeah. Because that became the rest of my life.
It's true. Wow. JJ became famous for his work ethic in the league. He attempted 342 game speed shots every day in the offseason. There are 7 spots on the floor to shoot from. 20 threes, 20 mid-range 2s from each spot, 3 one-dribble pull-ups going left, 3 going right, plus 20 free throws. 342, obviously. But even with that work ethic, he was almost a bust. JJ slipped to 11th in the 06 draft despite...
This 06 draft. Bro, this draft was so underrated, bro. Brandon Roy, I can't believe, went 6 overall. Then Bargnani was number 1. Bargnani it's weird because I wouldn't necessarily say he was a bust. He's more of like a 2 or 3 season wonder player, though. He had a lot of potential, though, to, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you played on a different team, but bro, I remember in 2K, you can't even lie. You were a real 2K if you know Bargnani was definitely cracked. I think it was NBA 2K 10 and 11. Nah, he was a little glitchy. I used to play in some of these leagues before I was even on the tube back in the day. And bro, LaMarcus Aldridge definitely a legend. Adam Morrison's top 5 NBA bust of all time. Bro, if I played this dude Adam Morrison one-on-one, people would literally say like, bro, why are you even like doing this type of like content? You're trying to take the easy route and get a W. I don't even like how the hell that man was even like in D1, to be honest with you. And then the less songs except for Brandon Roy, Sheldon Williams, bro, over Brandon Roy and Ty Thomas over him, and Adam Morrison. That was crazy. Imagine Roy on the Hornets though. Damn, the Warriors be low key selling on the draft picks. Who's Patrick O'Brien? He averaged 18 points per game his rookie season. No. This is college. Look, because Adam Morrison's about to be 30 points per game. You already know that's definitely. All right. So anyway.
Winning College Player of the Year. Critics said, yeah, teams got him in workouts, and he was just another white, overrated system player at Duke. He got to a good Orlando team that made the finals his 3rd year, which also meant very little playing time, and he requested a trade in year 2. But 2 teammates got injured, which opened up opportunity. By his 5th year, JJ averaged double digits and got votes for 6th Man of the Year. The Magic traded him in 2013 to the Bucks, where he struggled again to find a role. He was bad on defense, lacked size and strength, but everything changed in LA. Not only did the Clippers need a shooter to space for CP3 and Blake Griffin, the NBA was becoming a 3-point dominated league.
Because of my glorious king, Steph, Chef, look at Curry, man.
The next 4 years, he averaged 16 points on 44% from deep, one of the best role players in the game. He was more valuable in his 30s than he was in his 20s, and that almost never happens.
It's crazy. It shows, I try to be telling people, man, your 30s is straight up for prime for men. For the woman, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? People have their opinion. They say about like 27 for a woman, maybe sometimes 30. When it comes to like, athleticism and stuff. But it also depends on how you take care of your body at the end of the day. But bro, you can literally be in your up to 40, bro. You know what I'm saying? And still dominating the court. And that's inspirational because you already know I'm going to be taking types of cues like that. You know what I'm saying? We got an easy 10 to 15 years left, without a doubt, especially like athleticism wise, until you even see a plummet on anything. And it's only getting better. So that's inspirational right there. That's crazy. In his 20s, he was absolutely terrible. And basically, they were trying to say he's uncoordinated in his 20s. In his 30s, he played the best he's ever played.
So wow. I can see why the Lakers like him so much. He's got chemistry with LeBron, an insane work ethic, and is obsessed with the game. But is JJ being set up to fail? The last 2 coaches were Frank Vogel and Darvin Ham. Vogel won an NBA championship and was fired. Ham made the conference finals in year 1 and was let go. How much more do they want? Well, the number one thing actually is to connect with LeBron. And it's obvious watching their pod, they respect each other. But JJ is one of the only players in the world that knows what it feels like to be criticized like LeBron James. He was the number 1 most hated player in college basketball. There were signs at every game about how much he was despised. But on January 21st, 2004...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you win, it's different in the NBA because it's just like, that's the big dog shit. But, bro, if you win in college basketball and you taking your time to bring... Like, you remember that one... by the way, if you didn't see my NBA Finals reaction, yo, I have a main channel. There's a couple of y'all that have been like, bro, post the Celtics game, bro. It's on the main channel. Check it out. Anyway, so towards the end of the game, basically, one of these Celtics fans that was on the courtside seats put like a poster up of Tatum holding Kyrie and Luka like as he was like their father. So... Bro, if you do something like that in like college and stuff like that, basketball, and even like high school level, or anything just honestly below, like college and below, like, bro, that's just straight up loser shit, bro. I'm sorry, because if you look at it at the end of the day, most of the players, 95% of the time, and it's stating facts, like it's nothing, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but most of the people playing college ball, 95%, I think it's even a higher percentage, is not going to go to the NBA. It's really only, I think, 1 or 2 percentile. So, but, it just...
It's weird. JJ was having an amazing game. 26 points, 5-6 from deep. But one sign bragged about sleeping with his 12-year-old sister. JJ couldn't believe how low they sunk. At the free throw line, the usual F you, JJ. And that is a big reason why people are hating on him now. Even though JJ stopped celebrating after every bucket, turned his life around, people just still don't like him and his vibes. It's not unheard of for a coach with no experience to be successful. Just look at Steve Kerr, won a chip year one.
I just said something about Steve Kerr, man. If you guys are still questioning my knowledge in the bid 2024 with the sports stuff, man, you're sleeping, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? Wake up, bro. Stop snoring, bro. Stop counting sheep. Dog.
He was an NBA GM before that, but does
come on, man, we too like advanced.
vibing with LeBron also mean they will draft Bronny James? A lot of people on the internet think so. When he's hired after the finals, it will be 3 days max to the NBA draft. JJ won't have final say, obviously, but he
NBA draft is coming up next week too. Best believe we'll be on stream reacting to everything about the NBA draft whenever it's up.
Will be in the room. The Lakers
honestly don't remember most of the picks except for Bronny, bro. Bronny's the main character in the 2024 NBA draft. Facts!
Officially have 2 picks. Number 17 in the first round, 55th in the second round. JJ hasn't talked much about Bronny as a player, but he did tell LeBron he was
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm JJ Redick, I doubt he's probably gonna even hear this. You know what I'm saying? He probably doesn't even know who the hell we are. But all jokes aside, if I'm JJ Redick, the next step in the biggest W you can possibly take right now is you want to be not like an ass kisser because you still want to make your team and have, you know what I'm saying, good road to success to hopefully get to the near the championship. You're going to lose to the Warriors even if he gets to like the 3rd round type shit. But you want to be on LeBron's good side. If I'm JJ Redick, bro, you need to go into the press like tomorrow and start literally like, you know what I'm saying, like talking about how you're going to be drafting Bronny, because we all know you're going to be drafting Bronny. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that like, I feel like a lot of like these NBA teams are like trying to be secret about it and trying to like pull like some sneaky moves last second or whatever. If I'm JJ Redick, bro, you should already lock it down like, hey, that's going to be our draft pick. That's going to be our player. You know what I'm saying? We're getting behind because, bro, the whole move is LeBron wants to play with his son. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, JJ Redick, you need to go in the press right now. Already make that announcement that you're going to get and go ahead and pick up Bronny, and then you worry about the other draft picks on top of that, and you're already off to a fantastic start. That's about like plus 35 chemistry. You ever see like the 2K My Careers and you get like, you answer the right interview questions and shit? Like, that's the right moves. And then like, on top of that, shit, I'm not going to help y'all because I'm a Warriors fan, but
impressed by his son's maturity at such a young age. I think anyone who
and Team USA starts in less than like 40 days, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, the NBA offseason low-key about to be a little bit more lit than the actual, at least, majority of the entire NBA season, because everybody agrees the finals was the most boring we've ever watched, and everything and covered and shit, the highlights or whatever, and also the, what the hell is I gonna say? All-Star game, yeah. That the offseason is gonna be a movie.
The Lakers' job was in a tough position no matter what. They just barely made the play-in with LeBron and AD healthy and have high expectations. But I am not writing off JJ Redick at all as a head coach. After playing, he's been in the media, but that's not really his thing. I mean, even when he went off on Doc Rivers on First Take saying he never takes accountability, it felt awkward. JJ eventually apologized, said that's not even me. Coaching, though, seems like a perfect fit for him as a person. We'll see about the Lakers.
But anything less than an NBA Finals is a failure in
I'm not going to lie to you. If Redick gets fired like midway in the season, bro, I'm going to probably make a react video laughing for like 15 minutes. I'm not even going to lie. That's going to be the funniest shit.
LeBron's world, and the Mavs just lost in the finals. Big props to the Celtics for pulling it off, but Luka now has a big decision to make.
All right. Shout out to AM Hoops. We got 2 and 1, or 1 out of the 2 done. And next up, we have shout out to Kenny for real. We got the Chicago Bulls have traded Caruso of Alex for a 10-day contract player to the OKC Thunder. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What the fuck are the Bulls thinking? Because if we're really being fair and honest, like Caruso was injured most of the season, and when he was actually pretty healthy, he was actually about what, the 2nd or 3rd option on the team, because LeVon has honestly been disappeared the last 2 years. I feel like after like 2022, he's just been like trying to find another team or something. But why would the Bulls trade like legitimately their only point guard? Because if you think about it, the Kobe White dude, he isn't a true point guard. He's just like a chucker. You know what I'm saying? He wants to have the Warriors game style. He thinks he's a three-point shooter. And, you know, sometimes he has wannabe all-star energy at times. And, you know, they don't have a true point guard. So now the Bulls literally do not have a true point guard. You have shooting guards and small forwards, and I don't even think you have a big man. Right? Because Drummond, is he still on the Bulls? Or Drummond's on the Bulls. Right? I don't know. But, hey, man, you guys know that Kenny is a huge Bulls fan. Let's see what he has to say. He's probably going to have the better scoop most likely. Let's check it out. We won't have to stay out the whole video, but we'll just majority.
Yeah, let's talk about it. The Chicago Bulls traded Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey 1-for-1. The year is 2024. I didn't even know 1-for-1 deals even happened anymore, but here we are. First trade of the offseason for anybody is the Bulls doing something. It's kind of insane. The Bulls have been determined to find a playmaker to replace Lonzo Ball. And remind you, the Lonzo Ball tech list still on the roster, but this does not bode well. I saw him dunk the other day, and Giddey, 21, comes with all-star potential. How many of us believe that? He comes to Chicago and actualize that potential?
No. I had to lock back in. I laughed at his sarcasm at first, but I don't even think everybody let that process in. What did you just...
21 comes with all-star potential.
The Bulls are determined to find a playmaker to replace I forgot about Lonzo Ball. He's been injured so much. Lonzo, my bad. That's their true point guard, but he's been injured. Did you guys just say this 10-day contract player coming from the OKC Thunder has all-star potential, bro? Bro, in the early 2000s, bro, he would barely be a 10th option on a squad. He would be fighting to play in the development league. What the fuck? Who is doing the press, my nigga? Yo, somebody's working on. You can. This is what I be trying to tell y'all, bro. You can tell who be doing overtime work with certain NBA players in the press and everything, bro. All-star potential, bro. The OKC Thunder fans, every single time he touched the ball, the rest of the season, he was literally booed. He averages about 6 points per game. All-star potential. If that's the case, fuck it. I'm entering the NBA draft this year. I'm the next prime MJ, man. Bro, Adrian Wojnarowski. I know someone had to copy and paste that for him, so I'm not going to get on him too heavy. One thing I know, like behind the scenes with like the analysts, like even Wojnarowski and like the Charizard dude, like you guys got to realize that they do run their account, they still have control of it, but most of the time they also have a PR team and everything like that. You know, they're not robots, so they're able to. There's probably like 3 or 4 people on their account saying the same thing. I'm not trying to have decided that maybe it could possibly be, who knows, it could be him, but bro, that is crazy, bro. All-star potential.
He comes to
Get
Chicago
the fuck
and actualize that potential. Before I go hard on the Chicago Bulls, let me tell you, OKC fans, if you have not been keeping up with Alex Caruso over the last couple of years, you're going to absolutely love him. A lot of people that you ask across basketball, the top defensive players in the league, Alex Caruso's name comes up almost every single time. He is that much of a force as a guard.
Not even going to lie, like if they had Caruso on OKC while they was in the playoffs, their high-key may have lasted longer. They played the Mavericks, right? I think that would have been a whole different turnout in the series, because if you think about it, no, Caruso's never going to smell a Hall of Fame. He's never going to make an all-star team. He probably doesn't have over 100 jersey sales, if we're being honest, as well. But he is a straight-up hustle type of player. He's like the GTA dude off the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? The ball's on the ground. He's diving for all the loose balls. He's going to do the extra dirty work and everything. Maybe get like a lucky 13 rebounds and shit. You know, that would have been a whole different series now thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Versus the 10-day contract player, every time he got the ball, he was just dribbling around, doesn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Kind of doesn't even have that much basketball IQ.
He is all over the place. He's guarding, not like consistently, but he feels comfortable guarding so many different positions. Passing lanes, pickpockets, slide the feet, hustle, dive on the floor. I'm not a jersey guy. If you've been following my channel for some years, you've never really seen me pull up with a jersey unless I was memeing. I have an Alex Caruso jersey because over the last couple of years, he's one of the few people on the team that felt like he cared every single game. And I love players like that. And they traded him away for goddamn Josh Giddey. I'm not mad at the fact that the Bulls haven't made trades over the last couple seasons. I mean, I guess I am, but that my major gripe with the Chicago Bulls front office is that they are so very poor at maximizing an asset. Not rumor. This is confirmed. The deadline this year, There are multiple teams throwing multiple first-round picks to try to get Alex Caruso on the team. One of the first-round picks ended up being top 10.
Bro, sorry, I'm not going to try and pause the video too much. It's just Kenny always has very great takes, and it also brings back, man. Bro, if you actually, like, really been following Chicago Bulls a little bit, like, over the past, like, decade, and you really look behind the scenes when it came to, like, NBA offseason work and NBA trades, bro, the Chicago Bulls is probably like the top sports team to sell a lot of shit. Guys, if you go back in history and look at most of these rumors, Chicago Bulls, who were they supposed to get in the trades, but they just never, for whatever reason, followed through? Bro, Anthony Davis at one point was supposed to play in there. Carmelo Anthony, still in his prime, was supposed to play over there before he was supposed to go to the Knicks. LeBron James, yes, LeBron was supposed to go at one point to the Chicago Bulls, and then he ended up making a decision, obviously, to the Heat later on. Bro, the list literally goes on and on. And they'd had so many opportunities to get pieces and stuff and maximize certain things. Like, I don't know what goes on behind that staff or whatever, bro. I think I don't know what it is, bro. I think it just has to be a situation where they just probably have a good, like personal relationship with maybe the players, I'm assuming, and they just don't want to get rid of certain people. Or what I also thought about as well, they don't want to have that same situation as what they did with Derrick Rose. Because if you guys do remember, when Derrick Rose had first got his injury and he was still coming back, and I feel like if the Chicago Bulls gave him that better opportunity that he was supposed to fucking get, like, I really feel like, you know, the Chicago Bulls, when they did that, they basically got low-key a lot of backlash because a lot of people was just like, hey, like, that's like your face of the franchise damn near since Jordan was in the league and shit, and you guys just, like, got rid of him like he was just, like, you know what I'm saying, a bag of half-eaten Lay's potato chips. You know, and it didn't make any sense. You do that to a future Hall of Famer and a top 50 respectable player of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I think Chicago Bulls, when they did that, I felt like that kind of has been haunting them for a minute because they haven't got out, like, what, in the first round of the playoffs since then, right? And I don't even think even when they had Rose, they didn't get out the first round, but they was as close as they could possibly be during that time period. But hey, man, it's crazy stuff, though. They have a history of, like, selling different trades and not maximizing
this year's draft. But the front office is like, no, Alex Caruso, we want you to stay on the team so we can finish 16 and 18 and go to the play-in. We turned down multiple firsts for Caruso? We turned down a lottery first for Drummond, who's just going to walk in free agency anyway? What?
They turned down a lottery for Drummond? That's wild. I mean, hey, Drummond, we follow each other on social media. He knows I'll drop him off, you know what I'm saying, in the ones. And no, I ain't been ducking and everything like that. The boy, he's Drummond, you know, he's a little busy type shit. But yeah, the Bulls, they sold on that one too. That's crazy.
What are we doing? What are we doing? We'd rather keep these dudes to be ass as a team than trade them when their value is all-time high. And the fact that this is a one-for-one deal blows my goddamn mind. The year is 2024. How many trades do we see where it's not a first, multiple seconds, hell, even a fake first that turns into multiple seconds just to get the fan base to think that you got something for the future? OKC has a million firsts. We couldn't get their least valuable one? I mean, Sam Presti has been notorious for trading players before they hit restricted free agency if he doesn't believe they're a part of their long-term future. And that's exactly what he did, because at the end of this year, Josh Giddey hits restricted free agency. So you're going to tell me, depending on what happens this year with Josh Giddey, we're going to be the team to pay him? It feels like every single time this has happened in Bulls in recent Bulls history, we got the short end of the stick. We pay Zach LaVine because we didn't want him to walk, and now he's widely considered one of the worst contracts in basketball. Even though, Zachary, I'm still rooting for you, and I still believe you can hoop.
Damn.
Patrick Williams is restricted free agency.
Who?
The Charlotte Hornets are probably going to offer that man $20+ million a year, and we have to make a decision what to do. It's just, they're just so poor at managing their assets that I think my boy Rusty said this. I honestly do feel like, and I am the internet general manager. Part of my job is making fake trades on the goddamn PlayStation. But I firmly do believe that I would be able to manage this team better than what these guys have done over the last couple years. I honestly do believe that. Because Caruso would have been traded at the deadline. I didn't want to trade him, but it makes sense for the franchise. Drummond would have been traded. Are you serious? This is just... So what is our guard rotation now? It's Kobe White, it's Ayo Dosunmu, it's Josh Giddey, It's Javon Carter.
Crazy.
We got Lonzo Ball on the team.
Bro, if Lonzo Ball doesn't come back and at least play like 30-plus games next season, the Bulls are not making the playoffs or not even a play-in alone.
Million guards. And so I don't know if that means that they're potentially doing some other deals down the line. I don't know, but God, this is so frustrating. And that's we only talking about the hoops, man. Josh Giddey got played off the court over the last playoff series. With one of the games, he played like 12 total minutes, man. He could not hold his own. And again, he's 21 years old. Could he maximize that potential, that all-star potential? Maybe.
Hell no.
Maybe. How many people come to Chicago and maximize their all-star potential? Let's be real. This team has not done the best at getting people to play at their fullest potential. Ever. Well, I can't say ever, because we do have the greatest player of all time on our team. But you get what I'm saying. Chicago's not a place where people usually go to and start to play better. I'm just at a loss. Obviously, there's been a report that the Bulls have 15 different trade offers right now for Zach LaVine. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'm expecting to not like that trade. And now we can talk about the other stuff. I have not been completely hip to all of the Josh Giddey stuff. Obviously, I've seen some of it. When it was first coming out earlier in the season, I read one article about it, and since then I haven't heard anything. So I don't know if that's all alleged or any of that has been proven. I don't really know. But based on the article that I read a couple months back, I am not a fan of the shit that he was doing. And you try to tell me because he's on my team now that I have to root for that? Again, I don't know what's true and what's not. I don't know right now. I mean, now that he's on my team, I should probably dive into it, huh? I should really go and see every single article I can find on this Josh Giddey stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just disappointed, I guess. And I'm not even, like, I can understand some people like, Kenny, you can't have it both ways. You can't tell them at the deadline to make some deals and they finally do some deals, you're mad at it. And I would say to that, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Alex Caruso is one of those dudes that I bet you there are other teams across basketball. The 76ers, the Bucks, the Warriors. I could go on and on. These are teams that are probably pissed that they didn't get in on the Alex Caruso stuff. He's one of the people that if he was available, many teams should have been called.
Really?
And the Bulls are going to do this thing. And here's my prediction. Here's my prediction. I don't know what's right or what's wrong.
What's the prediction?
You think about trading a 30-year-old guard and Alex Caruso for a 21-year-old guard and Josh Giddey. That in your mind, you think that, okay, that means they're about to take a step to the rebuild. My prediction is they're about to try to teeter. They're going to have some young players. DeMar DeRozan's coming back. We're going to trade for Harrison Barnes, and he's going to be on the team. We're going to try to balance these things out. When in reality, that's not the way you do it, and we're going to end up being a slightly below 500 team again. A slight one game above 500 team again. And then they going to come to the press at the end of the season like, well, this is not what we wanted to do. The Bulls were bottom 5 in three-point frequency this season. Bottom 5. The year is 2024. The team that just won a championship shot the most three-pointers in NBA history. That is the way you win basketball games nowadays. And what do? We trade for one of the worst shooting guards in basketball. Huh? What? Kobe White just had a career year where he was a runner-up to most improved player, and that was with him being the point guard. We move him over to the off guard again? We didn't like what we saw? Because Josh Giddey, again, if you're going to maximize Josh Giddey, that man needs to have the ball in his hands because he is not a threat otherwise. So Josh Giddey's going to do his thing, and Kobe White's just going to be off guard again. All right. Okay. I mean, yeah, go score, Kobe. I just don't know, man. I'm sure there's so many different things I could say. I don't know. I'm going to mix Alex Caruso. And the cool thing about this, and this is something I've said before, that I continue to root for players that get traded away from my team if I like them. So, like, I will.
Hey, man, that's going to wrap it up. What is your guys' take on everything, man? How do you feel about JJ Redick and him being a Lakers coach? How do you feel about Caruso trade and everything?